When we think of Kashmir or Kashmiri Hindus or Kashmiri Brahmins, few may understand beyond the scenic valleys and geopolitical tensions. But Kashmir Shaivism, a rich tradition in the knowledge of Kashmir, Hinduism, Buddhism, Tantra, Mantra, and the mysteries of the universe, forms a philosophical lineage where understanding the cosmos and self-realization intertwine. Kashmir Shaivism emerged amidst the majestic Himalayas in the beautiful valleys of Kashmir, embodying unwavering love and devotion towards Lord Shiv. This timeless narrative, which remained confined to scriptures and texts for ages, is a tale of spirituality, expansion, faith, science, and courage. It is an ancient and lost philosophical doctrine dedicated to Lord Shiv, embodying non-duality, where belief in a single creator and consciousness reigns supreme, identifying Lord Shiv as the sole source of creation present in every being in some form. Moreover, what sets it apart is its inclusion of Tantra Vidya, rituals, and the sexual practices. The majority of the Kashmiris are the followers of the Shakti tradition. Vaishno Devi, Mata Shrine is a very good example of it. Kashmir Shaivism finds its roots in a select group of Kashmiris who regarded Lord Shiv as the ultimate reality, the creator of themselves and the universe. Understanding Kashmir Shaivism encompasses 12 steps. From its historical origins to spiritual practices, mantra, tantra, yogic activities, science, and philosophy. The origin. In the 8th century CE, amidst ancient Kashmir nestled in the Himalayas, a unique school of thought of Sanatan Dharma was grooming, known as Kashmir Shaivism or Trika Shaivism. It emphasizes three fundamental principles: Shiv, Shakti, and humanity. Its foundation was laid by well-respected sages like Vasu Gupta, who attained divine knowledge through meditation, which culminated in the divine wisdom of Shiv Sutra. These sutras became the pillars of Kashmir Shaivism, unveiling the mysteries of existence, reality, and consciousness. For centuries, eminent scholars like Abhinav Gupta further enriched and refined this tradition, creating a beautiful synthesis of philosophical speculation and spiritual practices. Kashmir Shaivism uniquely integrates both forms of Lord Shiv, omnipresent and omnipotent, where the union of Shiv and Shakti serves as the primary source of the universe's creation and its balance. Philosophical foundations. The philosophy of Kashmir Shaivism takes a slightly different path. Unlike traditional views portraying the world as an illusion, Maya, matrix, here matrix is also regarded as a form of God. According to Kashmir Shaivism, the world we perceive is not an illusion like Advaita Vedanta suggests, but a manifestation of the divine consciousness of Shiv. In this tradition, Shiv is not just a transcendent reality but a part of the world and dwells within all. According to Kashmir Shaivism, the diverse experiences we encounter in this world are a result of the independent will of God Shiv. Shiv, as perceived through different forms and experiences, is considered the source of the universe, and all beings reside within him. The doctrine of vibration. A significant concept in Kashmir Shaivism is Spanda, meaning vibration or pulsation. Spanda reveals a subtle and dynamic movement within Shiv's static reality. This movement signifies a metaphysical vibration representing the active aspect of consciousness. Shiv, the absolute and unchanging reality, manifests through this vibration as Shakti, creating and managing the universe while remaining unchanged. According to Acharya and philosopher Abhinav Gupta, this vibration does not signify any real transformation within Shiv. Instead, it is a way to understand the process of creation, where the immobile, Shiv, manifests in the mobile, Shakti, without undergoing any actual change in its fundamental nature. The mirror metaphor. To explain this concept, Kashmir Shaivites use the metaphor of a mirror. They view the entire universe as a reflection in the mirror of consciousness. Unlike a physical mirror reflecting external objects, in this philosophical system, there is no external object. The reflection itself is the consciousness witnessing its infinite potential. Swami Lakshmanjoo, a modern exponent of this tradition, explains that the universe is a reflection of Shiv free will in the mirror of consciousness. In this reflection, the universe appears in limited forms, but in reality, it is a manifestation of Shiv limitless consciousness. Thus, what we perceive as the world is a reflection of the divine, viewed through the lens of Shakti, and is not separate from the ultimate reality. Non-duality and diversity. Kashmir Shaivism posits that the diversity we experience is real, and the supreme consciousness, Shiv, encompasses it all. This differs from Advaita Vedanta, which considers the world ultimately unreal or illusory. For Kashmir Shaivites, denying the reality of the world is akin to denying the reality of God Shiv, as the world is a manifestation of Shiv. Mark Dikoskowski, a scholar of Indian philosophy and Kashmir Shaivism, explains that in Kashmir Shaivism, unity does not negate diversity but rather acknowledges the absence of real difference within that diversity. Thus, Shiv is both the transcendent absolute beyond all and the immanent reality within us all. The role of Shakti. In Kashmir Shaivism, Shakti is not just an important aspect of Shiv but an integral and active energy. Shakti is the dynamic force that manifests the universe. This divine feminine aspect is revered and honored in various scriptures of Sanatan Dharma. The relationship between Shiv and Shakti is seen as a cosmic dance or Leela, continuously driving the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the universe. Just another fact. The day this cosmic dance occurred is celebrated as Mahashivratri. When Shakti manifests as the universe, her energy gives rise to various forms. However, when Shakti unites with Shiv, the universe dissolves back into the oneness of pure consciousness. This cyclical process of creation and dissolution illustrates the non-dual nature of reality in Kashmir Shaivism, where the world is not separate from the divine but a constant cycle within it. Practical aspects and spiritual practices. Kashmir Shaivism emphasizes direct experience and spiritual practices for enlightenment. Unlike other traditions that advocate sacrifice and asceticism, Kashmir Shaivism encourages enlightenment through engagement with the world and senses. The primary goal of practitioners is to realize their divine nature and merge with Lord Shiv. This recognition is not merely intellectual but a profound experiential realization. It involves seeing oneself and the world as manifestations of Lord Shiv, and living with continuous awareness of this truth. Meditation and visualization. One of the core practices of Kashmir Shaivism is meditation, particularly forms that involve single-pointed focus or contemplation of divine forms. These practices aim to calm the mind and reveal the underlying unity of all things. Visualization techniques are also used, where practitioners focus on complex symbolic diagrams, mandalas, or divine forms, to internalize the concept of non-dual reality. Mantras play a significant role in Kashmir Shaivism's spiritual practices. These sacred sounds or phrases, often imparted by a guru, are chanted to attune the mind to the frequency of the divine. The most famous mantra of Shaivism is Om Namah Shivaya, which translates to I bow to Shiv. This mantra encapsulates devotion and recognition of Shiv, the supreme consciousness. The path of Tantra. Kashmir Shaivism is inherently tantric, meaning it involves esoteric practices usually taught through initiation by a guru. These practices include breath control, pranayam, concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyana, and absorption, samadhi. Each stage leads the practitioner deeper into recognizing their true nature as Shiv. The tradition distinguishes various means for realization. These include divine means, Shambhavi Upaya, empowered means, Shaktopaya, individual means, Anavopaya, and no means, Anupaya. In simple terms, one first recognizes God Shiv, then Shakti, then oneself, and finally transcends all distinctions. Higher means are more internal and subtle, while individual means involve physical and mental disciplines. Affirmation of the senses. This aspect may be somewhat controversial, unlike some spiritual traditions that view the body and senses as obstacles to spiritual growth. Kashmir Shaivism sees them as potential aids. Sensory pleasures, such as listening to music, enjoying art, or sexual union, can be transformed into tools for spiritual practices with proper understanding. These experiences are viewed as encounters with Shakti and thus with Shiv. The core idea is not to indulge in sensory pleasures for their own sake, but to use them as tools to experience the presence of the divine in all things. This affirmative approach to the senses is reflected in the lifestyles of many Kashmir Shaivism practitioners, who often lead regular lives as householders while deeply engaging in spiritual practices, sexual rituals and misconceptions. One of the most misunderstood aspects of Tantra, and hence Kashmir Shaivism, is the role of sexual rituals, especially in Western countries. While some Tantric traditions do include sexual practices, they are not central to the philosophy and should not be viewed as mere indulgence. Instead, these rituals are symbolic acts mirroring the cosmic union of Shiv and Shakti. When performed with the right intention and guidance, they can be a powerful means of experiencing the non-dual reality. However, it is crucial that these practices are undertaken under the esoteric guidance of a qualified guru and are a small part of a broader spiritual discipline that includes meditation, mantra recitation, and ethical living. The influence and legacy of Kashmir Shaivism. Kashmir Shaivism has had a profound influence on Indian philosophy and spirituality. Its emphasis on direct experience of the divine and seeing the world as a divine manifestation has inspired many practitioners and thinkers. Prominent figures like Abhinav Gupta have left an indelible mark on this tradition. Their works, such as the Tantraloka and commentaries on various scriptures, provide deep insights into Kashmir Shaivism's philosophy and practices. Their metaphysical speculations and practical spirituality have made Kashmir Shaivism a unique and vibrant tradition within Hinduism. Kashmir Shaivism stands as a serious and essential philosophy amidst the broader concepts of Sanatan Dharma. It sheds light on understanding God as less distant and the ultimate reality of the universe more accessible. It teaches how one can experience the cosmos through their own body, recognize the nature of Shiv and Shakti in the essence of the world,